like a dumbass, I still went down that motherfucker, giving nothing happened. But the whole fucking time I walked down all the way to the back of the fucking tier, fucking their cells are all fucking cracked open. Motherfuckers are looking at me like, what the fuck this Chino doing walking over here, dog? Like, I was like, God damn, fucking, I could die back here. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers won't even know. But
What up, loved ones? What it do? It's Spotty Young right here. You know where I'm from. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to this channel right here, just hit the subscribe button real quick and give it a like if you think it's cool, if you think it's real. So, I got the homeboy again, OG Lazy from watching right here on the show. We're looking out. The last time he showed up, he had a good ass positive message like we always do. We always trying to steer people away from the wrong path that we did. We don't want people to feel the same way how we felt, and that's some good shit. That's actually love right there. But right now, we're talking about some experiences and war stories about some of the things that we've been through, man. As an Asian going through California prison system, man. How was it? How, you know what I mean? So here we go. Uh, let's talk about some of your experience in CYA, bro. Being an Asian, did you have because compared to the streets, right? Because in the streets, we're the shit. Everybody knows that. We got guns. They don't even want to come close to us because when they come close to us, they know what's gonna happen. I mean, this is no secret. Like, yeah, we hard on the street, but that's the streets. But you can't really find out who's gangsters on the streets because everybody got guns. You can only find out who's gangsters, the real G, when you go to prison. That's a fact. People that did time, they would. I believe. I believe they would agree. People that did time, bro. So now we don't. We ain't got guns. We're locked up. How do you
yeah,
feel, man? How did you feel?
thanks for having me back. You know, I mean, we got a lot of positive feedback. It's always good stuff, man. We're trying to do that, you know, positive message. We ain't trying to have people go through what we did. But yeah, on that topic there, man, Asians, you know, we're not we're like the minority. You know, it's rough when you get there. There ain't that many Asians there, you know, and uh and what you're talking about, there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I mean, yeah, on the streets we got guns, you got homies, you can go home, you know what I mean, go to sleep in your room or at your homeboy's house. Nah, man, like when you get locked up in situations like that, all you have is your word and your fucking balls, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if you have any inkling of weakness or fucking you're not with the business or whatnot, that shit's gonna come out because you're there 24 hours, 7 days a week. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. If you're down, you're gonna handle your business. If you're not, you're gonna get cased up, beat up, whatever the fuck. And
Damn.
and and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
know, every place at any specific given time is a little bit different all the time. You know what I mean? Where
And
I ended up, I pulled up in
yeah.
Nellis, what in 90, I think 98. I pulled up in
Okay.
Nellis. It's crazy. The first time I ever ran into a Hmong person. You know, we're so enclosed in our environment, LA, whatnot, whatever. We just know what we know right there. Our mind is so small at the time. I didn't even, I ran into, you know, because they tell me when you go upstate, you know, when we were in juvenile hall and stuff, they said when you go to YA, you go upstate, you know, our people, we ride together, you know what I mean? It turns into a race thing, less gang banging, more race thing. But it turned out to be still way gang banging. But the race, you know, you still kind of tend to try and stick together a little bit. So the first Asian I seen, I pulled up in Truman and Nellis, and you know, dude look like me. You could tell you're Asian. So what's up, homie? Where you from? You know what I mean? You know, the homie was some Fresno Asian Crip and shit. They called him Hippo, and then they know him by Ruger too. You know, and I'm like, what's up, man? So what are you? I never even ran to anybody from up north before. Let alone he said he was Hmong. I was like, Hmong? The fuck is that? You know, no
And me too.
disrespect.
Yeah, yeah,
No
me too. Yeah.
disrespect. Shit.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what, Mongolian? You know, everybody probably say that shit. Mongolian?
That's what I thought
Nah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, they're good peoples, man. Fucking riders and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Hell
he's
yeah.
Fresno. Anyway, yeah, we were there, and then you know we that was reception right there in Truman, and then we got sent off to our cottages. You know, they call them cottages over there and shit. And it's a trip, you know. After I did that first interview with you, Young, I kind of went down and fell down that rabbit hole of fucking because you have some other people that are on your channel that you know been through the shit, and you know I ran into some dudes that you know I did time with in Nellis, CYA, And apparently, you know, it was a rough time. You know what I mean? It wasn't no joke. I mean, 25 years after this shit happened, we're still sitting here talking about this shit. You know what I'm saying? And when I hear about it, especially if it's the people that I know that I was there with, it brings out a part of you like, damn, that was a big, you know, we were just kids at that time. You know what I'm saying? But we were doing big boy shit. You know what I'm saying? The shit was real. Yeah, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. If you were a bitch, that shit was gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to do your thing, you're gonna suffer the consequences. You're gonna go through it. You know what I mean? Because shit ain't easy, bro. Going to lockup, getting sprayed, fucking going to lockup and being fucking deprived from fucking human contact and shit at that age is, and it's the first time going through that shit. And in your mind, you're still trying to grow up. You're only 15, 16 years old. It's a fucked up deal, bro. They said it a lot of times, man. YA and all that shit is a breeding ground for murderers, man. That shit fuck you up, dog. That shit'll fuck you up.
Hey,
Yeah.
I feel you, bro. I could relate, man. I know exactly like a lot of things that you're saying right now, bro. Can you give us like a scenario where you had to defend yourself as an Asian? Is there any people are
Oh man,
like the other? Are they or do they just call you out? Do they gangbang on you? Like what what
the
happened?
messed up part when I pulled up to Nellis in that year was there was like three other casts, like three or four other casts that are that from Watching too, right? But Watching is so big, different cliques, different areas, and we function in a different way. I'm from Pomona, we're more gangbanging and shit, but there's some cliques that's more money and they're kind of like fobs. If a lot of Asians be watching, you understand what a fob is and stuff, and they be doing their
Yeah.
different kind of program, you know. But they weren't really too much English speaking and stuff like that. So anyway, they pulled up over there, and it wasn't a good look. You know what I'm saying? Maybe people that were there before that time, they were handling their business and stuff like that. But at that time, them dudes, they weren't really handling their business like that. They'd be under the wings and shit like that. And I hear about shit happening. So when I pulled up and I tell them, where I'm from, you know, they get the sense or they think that that's the same program I run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I get to where I go, my cottage, like they think I'm gonna run that same kind of program as them dudes and shit. But hell no, I wasn't having that shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
so
okay. So yeah.
they think I'm gonna be like that, but hell no, I'm a different breed, you know what I mean? They're different. I mean, we might be from Watching or whatever, but I don't know them motherfuckers. I don't even know who the hell they are. I don't know what they did. I don't even know them. But so I kind of had it rough at the beginning because they motherfuckers were testing me and shit because they thought I was like that, you know what I mean? But I wasn't gonna get like, fuck that.
Okay, so in CYA, everybody knows that. Once somebody calls you out, like, "Hey, what's up, fucking bitch," or whatever, call you disrespect you of a disrespectful word, you only have 3 seconds to take off,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's it, man. I mean,
Uh,
somebody threw a fuck or flipped your shit, fucking fuck, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, really, maybe some people don't even have dead homies and shit like that, but really, it's just, I got homies that passed away too and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's just the fact that the words are coming out of their mouth. They're testing you, bro. It don't matter if
yeah,
you have really dead homies or not. It's just the point. If someone disrespect you to that point, they're trying to
yeah,
say, "Are
yeah.
you with the business or not? Are you gonna handle your shit?" But anyways, yeah, I handle
Okay.
my shit. You know what I'm
And,
saying? Like fucking
and these are little kids, mind you, 15, 16, 7. Some are even
yeah.
14, some are even 13. So, uh, what do you call
It's
this?
just mind
Did you?
games, bro. Mind games.
Yeah, yeah. Can you count from your head, from the top of your head, like how many times you had to prove yourself and fight for yours?
It was like consistent, man. Like maybe the first maybe fucking 6 months I was there, bro. I was just trying to find my way, find my niche just to get by. You know what I mean? There was like one or two other Asians there, but they barely found their niche. You know what I mean? Everybody's just trying to, now that I look back on it, everybody was just trying to get through that shit. You know what I mean? Like any way you can kind of survive without being a bitch, you're gonna,
Yeah,
do that shit. You know what I mean? Just to get
yeah.
through. You know what I mean? You got to
So,
kind of like choose your battles and
like
shit.
how many times do you think have you fought people all uh and did you fight all the races? And how many times do you think that is? Can
Yeah,
you
because
count from the top of your head?
sometimes I was fighting fools from Longo on the strength because we got that beef going on and they don't care what kind of Asian you are, they just want to fucking disrespect. But I mean, fuck, I fought over like 100 times probably, bro. I mean, from my juvenile hall time through all my YA time. But in Nellis right there, I probably fought a good, like, probably about at least probably about 20, 25 times at least. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say I fought like 100 times or something, but at least probably about 20, 25 times. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, at first it was more. And then, you know, I'm on that cottage. Then people saw my get down and saw what I was about and let me do my thing. I was good. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a case. I wasn't a punk. I was with the business. You fucking going to my locker. I'm gonna throw that fuck. We're gonna get down. So if you ready to catch that level B and shit like that, fucking go to my locker. You know what I mean? Fuck it. I mean, I wasn't saying like shot calling and doing crazy shit, but I wasn't no bitch. You know what I'm saying? I handled my business because I gotta go back to the hood one day. But I was good. For a while. I was really good. And then, you know, until I run into fools that don't know me, you know what I mean? And just think I'm one of these other kind of Asians and shit. And then we might have problems and shit like that.
Yeah. So to those who don't know, throwing a fuck, also known as what do you call this? Basically, yeah. How would you explain it from your words, from your point of view? What is throwing a fuck means?
I mean, those were just. I mean, they are serious words, disrespecting people that passed away. You know what I mean? It's probably like, I guess they found the most disrespectful thing you can think of and made it a thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just due to the fact when people mention that and to disrespect you in that way, you have no option but to either take flight right there and then, or if you don't, then you're a bitch. And you know how it is. People, you do 100 fucking good things, bro. But you fucking fuck up that one time, don't take fight on this fool just one time for whatever the circumstances is, you're a bitch. Like they just remember, everybody just seems to always remember just that one fucked up thing you did, even though you did 100 good things, bro. So anyways, you fucking rank on a fuck, someone throw a fuck at you and you fucking just rank on it or don't do shit, you're a bitch, bro. Okay. Ain't no coming back from that shit. You're a bitch. Everybody gonna start treating you like a bitch. Your shit's gonna come missing out of your locker. You're just gonna walk by randomly and fucking try and just whoop up your ass for no reason. You know what I'm saying? You know how. Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you a. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah. Okay, because the internet is kind of messing up. But can you hear me right now?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you an example, bro. Because where I was at in OH Clothes, I did a business one time, and I don't know, it was basically $100 was missing because I did a business with someone from the visit and whatnot, and you know somebody's supposed to look out for me, but to bring the thing back for me, somebody was supposed to do that, but then they said that it wasn't there, so I'm thinking in my head like, who's I don't know who backstabbed me. I don't know who played me. So I had to throw a fuck in the day room. I turned the TV off and then I said, "Hey, day room, check game." And then when I throw my fucks, I include everybody. Yeah. Fuck your whole organization.
Yeah, that's crazy, dog.
That's how I do my shit, bro.
Yeah, dog. When I heard about that shit and you told me that shit, I'm like, God damn, you know what I mean? Yeah. It kind of remind me of like the homie Beaver situation that, you know, on another channel, Beaver. I was there with that dude. It's when you throw a hole, you know, and when you throw a personal one to one specific person, you know, sometimes you don't even say dead homies because you don't even want to fucking fight their fucking round flower or their fucking homeboys. Sometimes you just be like, fuck your dead family. And that's kind of like more personal. So you can just get at that dude and it's just one-on-one type deal. But when you even say a little bit more like fuck your dead homies, then it's not just him. It's him and whoever homeboys he has because you disrespected their dead homies. They're from the same barrio. You're going to have to, if there's fucking 15 of them motherfuckers, all 15 of them you're going to have to fight with. But goddamn, when you say a whole fucking, what do you call it, the whole organization? Goddamn, that's people, like fucking.
Yeah, some people, that's how they do it too. Yeah, and I realized, you know what? I'm going to do it like that too. You know what I mean?
You know, I did all that, but yeah, man, that's what's up. But you know, that's some crazy shit. That's serious shit. And it's not like them dudes can turn their back from it either. Because if people know that you did that, they have to handle business with you, bro. It's not like they choose not to. It's not like they can choose to ignore what you said. If you flip somebody, they have to get up right there and then on site, and you're fighting for sure, Superman, whatever the fuck. Because if they find out that If you're a Sureño or whatever, and you or whatever, or a blood or whatever, and you disrespected the organization, and they see you and they don't do nothing, then they're a bitch. It's like, man, only the strong. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have business, no matter what. No running, no hiding, fist to fist, fucking, or you come up with a weapon, whatever. But there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You're fucking in a dorm, 24/7. No motherfuckers know where you are. You kind of business, no matter what.
Man, that's YA for you. And I got butthurt. I lost $100, so I wanted to know who backstabbed me. So I fuck you all the organization, man, and then nobody said nothing. It's all good. It is what it is. But so yeah, man. I mean, why is crazy? Moving on, bro. During your time, those were also the time where they had the green light on the Asians in the county, right?
Yeah.
So, bam, you go to the county and they got the green light on the Asians. How did you manage to survive being outnumbered?
Well, luckily, like not luckily, I don't know how that situation was. It started a little bit before I got there. So when I got to the county jail, they had already had the Asians in their own area, because before I got there, I guess there was so much conflict, so much fighting, because it came to a point in time where, like, you know, most of the Longos or maybe Southsiders, like after a while, they started not even caring if you're from Rascals or not. You know what I mean? And some of the homies didn't give a fuck either. Some of the homies back up the Rascals too, so it don't even matter, bro. So at any given time, at any given area, either you're going to court, on the bus, in a holding tank, no matter what, there's always a potential time, and most likely it's gonna happen if there's some Southsiders and some Asians in the same spot, or a couple of Southsiders and one Asian in one spot. It's gonna go down because
did you ever got smashed or got jumped by any of that scenario?
No, I can tell you some crazy shit though, because when I was there, it was kind of dying down. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of dying down a little bit, and I actually became the whole 2000, because we were in 2300 at the time on the 2000 floor in Men's Central, LA County, and I was actually the trustee for the whole 2000 floor. There was probably only like 4 of us, right? And I was the main trustee in the hallway. So I had a lot of action. I was fucking with Sureños and all kinds of shit. I'm telling you this one story, dog. Like I was messing with the Southsider. Supposedly he was one of the shot callers, you know what I'm saying? And and I was fucking with him. We were doing some business and shit. And older cat. So we were cool, you know what I mean? Because I had action. He had action because he had it for his people. Anyway, well, one day, this dude tells me, hey, come in my module with me. Come down the chair. I got something to show you. I forgot exactly what it was or not, but I was like, damn, is he trying to set me up? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you do not ever go into a motherfucking another module. You're Asian. You're going to go down a fucking Southside module or a fucking mainline module, and you're still, the green light thing is still going down and shit. So
you end up dead.
Exactly, bro. Yeah. Exactly. Sometimes I think to myself, how stupid could I be? You know what I'm saying? But I had a gut instinct, bro. I was fucking with this dude. He was like legit. He was cool. We're doing business. And if he had it for his people, if I was with him, I'd be all right. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, like a dumbass, I still went down that motherfucker, giving nothing happened. But the whole fucking time I walked down all the way to the back of the fucking tier, fucking their cells were all fucking cracked open. Motherfuckers are looking at me like, what the fuck this Chino doing walking over here, dog? Like, I was like, God damn, I could die back here. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers won't even know, but you know, my experience with Sudaners, it wasn't really too bad. You know, maybe it's the time I was there. But you know, I still did get down a few times with dudes from Longo and shit like that, but ain't major like that. You know what I'm saying? You know,
in the county, in the county.
Yeah, in the county, the county.
Hey, that's crazy.
YA too.
Yeah, the south side that you were messing with is probably so respected that he said, "Hey, this fool is coming over, and nobody fuck with him because I gave him my word."
Yeah, that's how exactly it was.
That's what I can think of, dog. You know, that's fucking respect right there, man. Damn, because like I said, you could have been dead, man.
I know, bro. I think about it now. I was like, "Fuck was I thinking?" But at that time, I wasn't even thinking right. But you know, and my gut feeling told me that I should be good. But I don't know if that's a chance that I would be willing to take again. That shit was fucking. You know, I was young. I didn't think too much of it. You know.
Yeah. But you were strapped too, though, or not?
No, I wasn't strapped at that time. You know what I mean? I wasn't strapped. it wasn't that crazy like that. But maybe walking down that tier, I should have been, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was just doing
For sure.
shit. But we did
Damn.
crushes in that motherfucker. Trust me on that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's crazy. Mostly it was, man, it was crazy, man.
Damn,
Yeah.
bro. So, anyways, so you're done with the CYA county, and then now this is your new journey going to a CDC.
Yeah.
Did you get a culture shock? Because you were used to gang banging on your own peoples, and then you
Yeah.
go to the CDC. Now we're all together as one.
Well,
Uh,
it was the
how was
beginning of the
yeah? How
CYA.
was
It was kind of rough at the beginning in YA, but towards the end of my YA stay, because I ended up going to YTS and all that stuff too,
okay,
and
okay.
and that's when the tightness with Asians, like I saw it more. Even at the end of my Nellis stay, I saw it, because I was more established and I was able to get some of my homeboys put up, like homie Scrappy from Monterey Park watching and stuff. They all started pulling up and shit, and they were with the business. So, and then I was kicking with the homie Thumper from TRG too. That's my boy, wherever he's at. Shout out. Um, we started coming together more. You know what I mean? I knew what I was doing more, and I was trying to put that together. So I already had the mentality of when I was going to prison. I knew we were gonna be all. I was gonna be all right with my people. And as a
Yeah,
matter
yeah,
of fact, prison is for grown men, bro. When shit goes down, it's real shit. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers could die. And so when you pull up, every race takes care of themselves. So when you're Asian, and you'll run into the Asian, we'll give you the rundown, we'll take care of you and shit. But as long as you're with the business, if shit kicks off and you're there, you're pretty much cool. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna not let no stupid shit happen to you, because that looks bad to all of us. So prison is more serious, probably more deadly. Hey, shit though is fucking the mind games and the point of where you are in your life mentally. eh, it's fucking crazy. I could almost say that why, and especially at Nellis at that time, was a rougher time I had anywhere than anywhere else I had. It's crazy. But don't get me wrong, mentally, when you're young and why in those situations is worse. But in prison, you have more chance to really die in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because it's more serious. You know.
yeah. And catching life in prison and never get out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of catching life, bro, damn, you almost caught life a few times. You had that. You went to SHU 3 times. One of your first one, you got caught with a strap, right?
Yeah, I got caught with a strap in Ironwood. I was on D yard and shit. And fucking, I think on the next day, I think we were gonna go put in some work or something. Or on that day, we were gonna put in some work. And then the yard went down. We went on lockup. So we went back to our cells. And my cellie at the time, he's still there. He's a lifer, VN. And fucking, he had the strap on him and shit. And he went back to the cell. He didn't think nothing of it. Fucking, he just kept it on him because we usually have places we can hide it. But he kept that shit on him, bro. I guess somebody fucking dropped a kite on us and shit. And fucking next thing the cops hit the pad. You know how that shit goes and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Found the piece on me and shit. And
Damn.
I ended up, that was one of my shoe terms, you know what I mean? And
Hey.
they actually picked up the case because, I only had a couple years left to do. They actually picked that shit up. But fortunately, they only gave me an extra year. You know what I mean? I mean, it sucks to get more time, but hey, at least it was only a year. I went to Blythe
Yeah.
Court and all that, caught the extra year. And because originally I was gonna do 7, but I ended up doing the whole 8 maxed out with the extra one at the end, which made it 8.
Yeah.
But,
Damn, bro.
yeah.
So, do you have any idea like who dropped the kite on you? Was
No,
it the
I think
was
so.
it
I think so at the
the
time.
dude?
Maybe some haters or
Yeah.
some scary people, but I don't really dwell on it too much, man. I kind of dwell on, man, the homie shit took the beef because that dude had life, but it's kind of hard to do when I took it upon myself to have it on me. You know what I mean? Because he had it right. So when the cops came, they cracked that door open. I was on the top bunk, the homie was on the bottom, and they told him to get to the back up to the door. And then I was asking him in Vietnamese, like, "Hey, Yao, where's the piece?" You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Man, that's just under my pillow." Like, what the fuck? So I was like, "Damn, what are we gonna do?" So when
Yeah.
I asked him that later on when we talked about it, he thought that I was gonna grab it and flush it because he started like falling against the cops, like trying to like block them off. Like, oh, in my mind, it was happening so fast. I thought he was just trying to distract him. So I jumped down the bottom up, pretend I was like taking off my shoes or something, or putting on my shoes, and I grabbed that piece and put it in my shoe. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking that they were gonna just take us out and put us and tell us to sit at the tables while they searched the room. But yeah, sure enough, they fucking searched my body, and the piece was in my shoe. So, you know, it wasn't really any way the homie could take that case for me anyway. So I just took it. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it, whatever. I was young. You know what I mean? I was trying to look out for the homie. You know, it was just, you know, I thought I was doing the right thing, but when I look back now, I was like, man, what the fuck? That ain't my responsibility. And plus, that dude had life anyway. But whatever, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Water under the bridge, dog. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. That's funky though, man.
So the next day we would have went to go stab that motherfucker. I could have got life too. So I'd rather take that one extra year for a piece than fucking attempted murder. You know what I'm saying? So fuck it. Whatever.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, yeah, man. Sometimes it's a lot of miracles. That's one of a lot of things that miracle. I couldn't deny the miracles. This made me believe in God. That's why. From my point of view, bro. So, I mean, things shit happens. You end up going to the SHU, Tehachipi SHU. That's where you met the homeboy Dopey from Bahala na Barkada, and your celly was Sad Boy from TRG, right?
Yeah, it's crazy because, you know, you know, you can just imagine how many cellies I forgot where I was even at with him. I know we were cellies at one point in time, but I forgot if it was either in Tehachipi or were we still in Ironwood. I forgot where I met him, but I know him. That's my boy. I remember we used to be training in the cell like fucking, like we were going to war, bro, because we were in the SHU. We were getting ready for war, and he was the militant motherfucker. I was super with it. So when you get two minds like that together, we're up at 6 a.m. practicing fighting all day, fighting, elbows, fucking working out, reading books, fucking, you know what I mean? Like, we're with the business, and that right there, he's with the business too. Shout out, Kim.
Shout out to the homie, man. Hey, them homies are with the business. They stay going to the SHU, man. They love that shit, man.
Hey, man, I would rather prefer living in the SHU anyway, bro. It kept me out of trouble, you know what I mean? I'm just one of those, when I get around people and I get pumped up, I'm ready to go. So when you have a choice and you're in the SHU, fuck it, you know, you just do whatever you got to do. And I was okay with that because at least I get to come home. Shit.
For sure. But yeah, bro, what do you call it? So, man, you did all of that. Towards the end, you end up going home, right?
Yeah. I mean, I felt like if I'm already here, I'm already doing this, I'm gonna go all the way. Not all the way till fucking I want to catch a murder case, but to the point where when I'm done with it, when I get home, when I'm done with it, I know in my heart that I did everything I was supposed to do. And if anybody brings up my name when they come up there after me and they talk about me, I know my name is good. And so, you know, when I talk about it, like right now, when I talk about it to you, Pade, like I could talk about it with no weight on my shoulders. Like, hey, somebody I know from the past gonna come up in my comments and talk shit, or like trying to put me on blast. You weren't there, or fucking you weren't with the business. Hell no, because the ones that know, because we were there with the motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And that's what I did it for, like to be able to sit here and talk about it today. You know what I mean? Because it's a big part of my life. Well, I don't want to be having to hide it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I tell people where I came from and what I did. I don't want to have to hide that shit. You know what I mean? I did what I had to do, bro. And right now, I'm cool with that shit because, you know, we realize that shit's some bullshit anyway. You know what I mean? But fuck it. While I was in that bullshit, I'm gonna go all the way. Fuck it.
Yeah. All good, bro. I feel you, bro. I could relate, man. And right now we in the streets. We keep our head up, you know, because we didn't regret doing what we did. You know, we finished our tour and now we're just living our life and shit, man. You know, doing the right thing. Do you wanna before I let you go, bro? I know you're hella busy, man. Do you wanna any last words before talk about?
Damn, bro, that's crazy.
You wanna add on?
We could talk about this all day. Like. After that first interview with you, I fell into a rabbit hole and looking through people that, you know, that are on your channel. And man, I was locked up with a bunch of these dudes and Nellis and stuff like that. I'll probably be getting at them in a little bit about stuff like that. I was there with them. It's a big part of our life, you know what I'm saying? And basically, we just did what we had to do. You know, I was confident that if we're gonna do it, we gotta do it right. I don't want no smut on my name and stuff like that. But you know, now we're all grown up, you know, and it's kind of like it's messed up. It's a bad deal, man. So it's cool that you know you're doing your thing, trying to shed some positive light. People don't have to go through that shit to fucking. Hopefully, we can do this and help them see they don't have to go through all that and lose. Because I wish I can get them years back. I mean, I don't regret them because it made me who I am right now, how I feel, my mentality and stuff like that. But damn, it's a lot of wasted time. You know what I mean? Now I'm out here fucking 40 years old. I'm fucking playing catch up. Everybody already got this, a fucking big ass 401k or a business. And I got a big family, you know, I got kids and I'm trying to catch up, man. It's not easy. You know what I mean? I figured, fuck, if I would have went to school or or take a different route, I would have been straight. You know what I'm saying? Bro. But, you know, like at the same time, it's all perspective. So I look at it like, you know, it could be way worse. I could be back there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you just got to appreciate what you got, bro. And, you know, I got fucking a loving family and shit. Shout out to my beautiful wife and stuff and all the kids, you know. They hold me down, bro, because you know how our mentality is. We're cool, but 0 to 60, bro, like fucking let somebody do some crazy shit to me on the street. I don't know what's gonna happen. You know, I try to be like, you know, calm. And I don't think I really would do nothing crazy unless, you know, the only way I would be able to be cool sitting in a fucking prison cell these days and be okay with it is if someone did something to my family, bro. Besides that, fuck it. Nah, these motherfuckers ain't got shit on me, bro. They don't know what's up. You know what I mean? So,
hey, that goes without saying, man. Word, man. We're playing catch, like you said, we're playing catch up, and we lost a lot of time. So, to those who don't want to lose any time or don't want to lose their freaking life, period, man, you don't know what to do, bro. We can only say so much. Thank you for your time, homie. Definitely, we're gonna do this some more. And I know you're busy, man, and I caught you at the last minute. Good looking out. So I'm gonna end this right here. Say what you mean and mean what you say, cause real recognize real, homeboy. Out of here.